Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Helena and today we're focusing on meals that are not only comforting but also nourishing. Perfect for those chilly winter days when you want something hearty but healthy. We've got 3 delicious recipes that are packed full of goodness and flavour. First, we're making a classic chicken noodle soup. Light, warming, and just what you need to warm you up. Next, we've got a slow cooker chickpea stew. Hearty, filling, and packed with plant-based protein. This one's a real winner. And finally, a healthy pasta bake. Comforting, cheesy, but with a healthy twist. This dish is great for feeding a crowd or meal prepping through the week. These recipes are all about staying healthy while still enjoying the comforts of winter food. Let's get started. Let's kick things off by making our chicken noodle soup. It is such a good winter warm-up. It's also really healthy and it's packed full of veg. So let's get going. So in this pan here, I've got some really good quality chicken stock. This is quite a simple recipe. It only has a few ingredients. So using really high quality chicken stock is going to impart so much flavor into our soup. And going into the stock is 1 chicken breast. And we're going to gently poach that in with 1 chopped garlic clove and a teaspoon's worth of chopped ginger. If you had any coriander stalks or lime leaves or even a lemongrass stick, that would go really nicely in here too. We're going to bring this to a gentle simmer and then pop the lid on and leave our chicken to poach really gently for about 20 minutes. Okay, so our chicken should be just about cooked by now. So let's take the lid off and have a peek. And we'll take that out and we're going to shred it. Okay, so we're going to bring this onto a chopping board and we will shred it with 2 forks. It's the easiest way to do it, just into nice bite-sized pieces. Okay, so we'll add our shredded chicken back into the chicken stock. This comes together really quickly now, so it'll make a really nice midweek meal. And then in goes some sliced chestnut mushrooms. You could use any mushrooms you like. Some enoki mushrooms or shimeji mushrooms would be really nice. A little bit of sweet corn, frozen or tinned is fine. Some soy sauce to bolster the flavour. You could also use tamari if you want to try and keep things gluten-free. We've got some rice noodles. Normally you rehydrate these under boiling water, but in this case we can chuck them straight into the soup, make things all that bit easier. Finally, we'll add some shredded spring onion. We're going to reserve a little of this for the garnish too. Okay, let's give this a try. I am excited. It was so speedy and quick. It's so fresh, warming, so comforting, and healthy. Just what you want on a winter's night. Next up, we've got our slow cooker chickpea curry. It is absolutely delicious, full of warming spices, and it's the perfect thing to warm you up on a weeknight. It's also really healthy too, which is nice when you're trying to get a little more plants in. Right, let's go. Splash of vegetable oil going into the pan. What I love about this recipe is that we're making it in a slow cooker. So you could even make it before you go to work in the morning, come home and you have a delicious, healthy and nourishing meal. All right, let's get our onions in. We're using a red onion, but you could use a white. You could even use the frozen pre-chopped onions to make this even speedier. It's also a personal rule of mine that an onion never goes into a pan without a hefty pinch of salt. It's going to break down the onions, help them to soften, and also help us layer up that flavour. I'm going to talk to you about my absolute worst bugbear when it comes to recipes. We need to soften our onions. A softened onion takes about 10 to 12 minutes. They are not going to be soft after 5 minutes. Please give them the time they deserve to make this recipe delicious. 10 to 12 minutes equals a lovely softened onion. They are not ready after 5. Be patient. So we have our beautifully softened onions, which have actually started to caramelize a bit. The more the better. With 2 cloves of grated garlic. It smells so good. Now we're adding our chopped butternut squash. We're just going to get that coated in all of that lovely onion and garlic. Okay, next up we are going in with our spices. We've got a lovely array of spices here. So we've got ground cumin, smoked paprika, ground coriander, turmeric, cinnamon, and ginger, all going into the pan. We're toasting our spices in the pan so they become lovely and aromatic. If we just added our spices straight to the slow cooker, they'd have a kind of raw, bitter quality. Toasting them in the pan helps make them more flavorful. All right, we'll get this into the slow cooker. We've got loads of caramelization and spices at the bottom of our pan, and it would be such a shame to let that go to waste. So we're going to take a little bit of our stock and just scrape up all of that delicious flavour on the bottom of the pan. This is called deglazing, and it's also used when we make things like pan sauces for steaks, but it's a very good kitchen tip. And if you want to get all chefy and classical, that golden caramelisation on the bottom of the pan is called fond, and that is what we're scraping up. So then this can go into the slow cooker. In with the chickpeas, no need to drain them. Some tomato puree, a tin of chopped tomatoes, and 500 ml of vegetable stock. We're going to season this with plenty of salt. So now we're going to give this a good mix together, and then we'll pop the lid on and we can put it on for high for 5 hours or low for 7 hours. And that'll be ready to eat. Our stew's had a couple of hours now, it's ready to serve. Let's take a look inside. It smells absolutely delicious, so warming and richly spiced. All that's left to do is serve with some couscous and sprinkle with some chopped coriander. And here we have our slow cooker chickpea stew. Let's dive on in. This is so nice. The butternut squash adds a lovely layer of sweetness. You can really taste all those spices, and the time we took to soften our onions makes it all worth it. Next up, we've got our healthy pasta bake. It's absolutely delicious, a classic comfort food, but we're making it healthy. Let's go. We're gonna pop some olive oil into a pan, just a little bit. In with our red and yellow peppers. These are just roughly chopped. It is a personal rule of mine that when anything goes into a pan, a pinch of salt goes with it. We're going to cook these for about 8 minutes, just until they start to soften. Our peppers are starting to soften nicely, so we are going to go in with some garlic and 1 grated courgette. It adds lots of nice body to the sauce, but also it's another veggie in there. We're getting our 5 a day, people. And we'll just cook these for a few minutes until the courgette starts to soften. Now that's softened nicely and it's smelling really garlicky, we're going to go in with our passata. You could use chopped tomatoes if you like, but I like the smoothness of passata. In with a tablespoon of smoked paprika. A tablespoon feels like a lot, but we're going to cook it down in the sauce so it'll have a lovely, warming, spicy flavour. We're going in with 1.5 teaspoons of bouillon powder. This adds a lovely salty umami-ness, but if you don't have it, don't worry about it. Next up, we're going in with 1 teaspoon of hot chili powder because I like it spicy. If you like it milder, leave it out or use less. We like to cook out our spices because it adds a more warming, savoury note to the sauce. If you leave it uncooked and just go straight into the oven, they have a kind of raw flavour, which can be quite bitter. So do make sure to cook them out for like a good 5 minutes. And now for some nice salty brininess, we're going in with 8 chopped Kalamata olives. We've had the sauce on a medium heat, so it's reduced really nicely and thickened beautifully, and the grated courgette helps with that too. The sauce is blipping away nicely, and we're going to add in our pasta. This is 300 grams of cooked wholemeal penne. We're using wholemeal because it's an extra layer of fibre to add to that healthy pasta bake. But you could use any shape you like, or just regular pasta if you fancy it. You could even make it gluten-free. Next up, we're going in with our pasta water. So the pasta water has released a lot of starch into the water, which helps thicken the sauce. We also seasoned our pasta water with quite a bit of salt, so it adds another layer of flavour. And we want to save a little bit of this because we're going to make a topping with it too. Just stir to coat beautifully. The sauce is lovely and glossy. We're adding 2 chopped chicken breasts now for a bit of protein. You can leave it out if you're vegetarian or swap for another protein like tofu. We don't need to fully cook this through as it's going to go into the oven. We're going in with some basil for a lovely herbaceous flavour, but you could do chopped parsley if you like. Okay, that is the base of our pasta bake done. We're just going to make the topping and then we can get it into the oven. So for our topping of the pasta bake, we're not going to use a kind of cheese sauce, which is quite heavy and not very healthy. We're going to use something lighter, and the key to that is ricotta. And we're going to mix this with a little of the pasta water that we kept over from earlier. Just loosens it out a little. And we'll mix those together. You can see there how it's become a kind of creamy, thickened consistency. That's with the help of the starch from the water. And I'm just going to season this with a little black pepper. Ricotta's already a little bit salty, so you don't need too much salt. going to spoon this into a baking dish now. I love this recipe because it doesn't take very long to put together. And you could start this part, make the pasta, leave it in the fridge, and then just bake it when you're ready to eat in the evening. So, pasta's into the baking dish. Let's top with our ricotta mixture. And we'll smooth that over with our spoon. And because what pasta bake is complete without cheese, we're adding on a little bit of grated cheddar. And finally, a little sprinkling of pepper. We're going to bake this for 35 minutes at 160 fan until we've got a golden top and the chicken is cooked through. To the oven. Let's get this pasta bake out the oven. And here we have our healthy pasta bake. All that's left to do is serve up. I cannot wait to eat this. All right, let's give it a try. I want an olive, I want a bit of cheese. Ooh, it's got a kick to it. Spicy, warming, and healthy. What more could you want from a healthy midweek meal? And there you have it, 3 healthy winter meals that are as nourishing as they are comforting. The chicken noodle soup is light and warming, the chickpea stew is packed full of flavour, and the healthy pasta bake is comfort food with a healthy twist. What more could you want? If you're looking forward to trying these recipes, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more tasty content. Drop a comment below and let me know which dish you're going to make first. And don't forget to visit goodfood.com or download our app for all the full recipes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.